Hello there, kids. Welcome to the first episode of what I'm calling Freewheeling with Rides and Drives. I'm Harvey Briggs, the editor and publisher of Rides and Drives, and basically I don't have a lot to do these days with all the automotive introductions being canceled or postponed until after things get back to normal, whenever that will be. So I'm home. I'm getting vehicles still to review. This week I have an Acura RDX A-Spec, and I'll be doing a full video of that coming up, as well as an article. I've got a Toyota Avalon TRD showing up tomorrow, so expect some information on that. But we're not traveling now. I'm not going to California to drive the new Hyundai Elantra hybrid that was launched recently. Those kind of things are just on the table for a while. So while I'm home, I figured, why not once a week bring you up to date on what's going on at Rides and Drives, what's going on in the auto industry, and when, maybe things will get back to normal. So, what is going on at Rides and Drives? Well, right now we're in an interesting time. I've got a lot of reviews stacked up, so I'm still going to have some articles coming out on different cars that I've driven, including the Dodge Challenger all-wheel drive, the Infiniti QX50, number of vehicles still to come. We're continuing to do our behind-the-wheel interview series, and that's even becoming better now because people, they're sitting home, so we can track them down. So we've got interviews up there now with Adam Carolla, Wayne Carini, a number of other interesting people in the automotive business, and we've got more to come. If you want to check back through the archives, you can even see interviews with people like Matthew McConaughey, Jorma Kaukonen from Jefferson Airplane, other great people who just love cars and travel. Some of the other things you're going to see coming up, we're going to try and do more video content this year. That's important, as people tell us, so come back to this YouTube channel often. But right now I want to talk about coronavirus and the impact it's been having on the auto industry and what it means for you as a car lover and maybe a car buyer. So the auto companies are essentially shut down right now. There's nobody in their offices. The factories are closed, so workers are home. Hundreds of thousands of people are waiting to see what happens so they can get back to work. In the meantime, that means all the new car introductions have been shut down. They're not building new cars to ship to dealerships, and frankly, people aren't going to dealerships right now. So that's becoming a big problem. Sales in March, I've seen, are down already like 38%. Not surprising at all considering what's going on. But dealers are trying to adapt to that. So they are doing, things where you can call a salesperson and he'll take you through the car on their lot on the phone. They'll do all the financing paperwork online, almost all of it. And then they're starting to do what they call contactless delivery, where they'll show up at your house with the car, leave the keys in it, the paperwork, you sign it, and it's your car. And it actually might be a pretty good time to buy a car right now because they aren't selling many, and there are a lot sitting on the lot. So you're seeing, everybody doing long-term zero-interest financing. Chevrolet, for example, on some of their really popular cars and trucks, like the Silverado HD, they are doing a 7-year zero-interest loan on that vehicle, as well as a number of others. You're seeing programs come in where people are, like Hyundai, are doing their assurance program again. So if you buy a new car and you lose your job or you're temporarily laid off, they will forgive some payments while you get back on your feet again. And then you've got other manufacturers who are saying, hey, buy a car now and we'll make the first 3 payments for you, and then we'll defer the next 3. So you can have a new car and drive it for 6 months without having to pay anything outside your down payment on it. So that's what's going on in new car sales. Dealerships in general, even if you're at a stay-at-home order like we are in Wisconsin, dealerships and auto repair shops are still open. Those are essential businesses deemed by the government, so they will continue to operate, and they will they are taking steps to make it safe in those areas. The technicians are wearing gloves and masks. They're putting things on the seats and on the steering wheel and other surfaces that you touch to make sure they're not transferring any virus that someone may be carrying to the car. And then they're going to spray them down and wipe them down with disinfectant before they return those cars. And actually, I'm doing that as well. Someone's going to pick this car up tomorrow, and I want to make sure that if I've been exposed, I don't transfer that to him. So I've got my bottle of isopropyl alcohol right here that I can just spray, and wipe down here and make sure that I'm not transferring that virus. Now, isopropyl alcohol is what you want to use to clean in a car. Don't use bleach. It'll affect the leather. It'll affect and change the color of things. Get yourself some 70% isopropyl alcohol and go ahead and spray it down. It'll kill everything right away, and it will not affect the upholstery. It won't affect the leather. It won't impact any of the other things going on in there. So there you go. I'm just freewheeling right now, and wanted to give you a little update on what's going on at Rides and Drives. Hopefully we'll be back on the road soon, but until then, look for car reviews on the site. Look for more interviews on the site. We're also going to be posting a little bit of news, and I'll be doing one of these videos every week to bring you up to speed on what the news in the auto industry is that week. Until then, have a great week, stay safe, and stay healthy.